Have you seen ads for Cometeer coffee and are curious about the product and service? Well, in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at a few things to know about Cometeer and share my personal experience over the past few months. Hey everyone, this is Kyle from Money at 30, and on this channel we look at personal finance from a millennial perspective, but today I want to talk about coffee. Over the past few years, I've really enjoyed exploring local coffee shops and types of coffee. Of course, getting specialty coffees in a cafe can get pricey, while making pour-overs at home can be surprisingly time-consuming, leading us to return to the basic Kerig on most mornings. Enter Cometeer and their unique frozen coffee process. So what exactly is Cometeer, and is it any good? Let's take a look at a few things to know. The first thing to know about Cometeer is how their frozen coffee concept actually works. When you order from Cometeer, your coffee won't arrive as whole beans or in bottles. Instead, each order is shipped on dry ice and arrives frozen. Inside each box, you'll find aluminum capsules that contain what is essentially frozen coffee extract, created from a roster of roasters from across the country. To turn your extract into a cup of drinkable coffee, you can either place the pod in the fridge or at room temperature to melt it, or run warm water on the exterior of the pod until the puck is loose enough to slip into a cup. Then, after adding 8 ounces of hot water and stirring, your cup of coffee is ready to go. Of course, you can also use Cometeer to make iced coffee or other beverages. Plus, thanks to the design, you can even use the capsules in most Keurig machines, but unlike the plastic K-cups, the aluminum makes them recyclable. As for freshness, Cometeer notes that coffees can be kept in the freezer for 14 months, in the fridge for 3 days, or at room temperature for 24 hours. The pods are also apparently TSA compliant if you wanted to take some for travel. In any case, they're definitely convenient and versatile when compared to other options such as French press, pour over, or even drip. Next, let's talk about Cometeer's pricing and its coffee selection options. A standard Cometeer order includes 4 packs of 8 coffee capsules for a total of 32 cups. For these 4 boxes, you'll pay a total of $64, which includes shipping. Taxes aside, this works out to $2 per cup. When placing your first order, you'll also have the choice to have additional orders sent every 4 weeks, 2 weeks, or 1 week to ensure you're never running low. Speaking of options, Cometeer has a number of different selections based on your preferences. These include a light box with light roasts, a medium box, a dark box, and various mixes between these. There are also decaf and half-caf options for those who prefer those. Something to note is that, since Cometeer is regularly updating the coffees it's brewing, you won't see exactly which coffees you'll be receiving until your order is ready to ship. In my experience, that should only be a day or two after your order is placed, with the coffee then arriving a business day or two after that. While Cometeer is a subscription plan, you are able to skip deliveries, extend your reorder time, and more. As I mentioned, when you join Cometeer, you'll be signed up for automatic reorders by default. Luckily, however, there's more flexibility to this than it might initially appear. For example, despite the reorder frequency only going as high as 4 weeks upon sign-up, I was able to adjust this to 6 weeks or even 8 weeks later on, although I'm not exactly sure when this option became available. On top of that, I could also adjust the date that my next order would process. And Cometeer makes it super easy to skip shipments and will even alert you a few days beforehand so you can make your decision. You'll also be able to change what type of box you get if you want to mix it up. Lastly, if you need an even longer break, it does seem easy enough to cancel your subscription altogether, although I haven't had the need to do this myself. Finally, I did want to mention that Cometeer recently expanded into one-time offerings such as their Stellar series. Earlier this week, I got an email from Cometeer alerting me to the official launch of their special Stellar series, although they had previously soft launched a similar offering. This latest one-time shipment included 26 cups instead of the regular 32, and featured a number of different roasts, including various Cup of Excellence winners. Not only was this box limited to 100 units, but also went for $100. However, as Cometeer explains on their page, the coffees featured were purchased for an average of $93.65 per pound at auctions, compared to just $3 to $8 per pound for most specialty coffees. This particular Stellar series did sell out in a matter of hours, but it seems as though future drops are in the works. In the meantime, I caved and ordered one of these, so I'll have to let you know how it goes. Overall, I've enjoyed the coffees I've had from Cometeer and do see the service as a nice middle ground between your everyday K-cup and going out for specialty coffee. However, I do have a couple of minor issues to mention. Even as a relative specialty coffee newbie, I can taste the quality of the Cometeer coffees I've had so far, even if I don't necessarily taste all of the notes listed. What's more, I love the convenience associated with making a cup, especially when compared to the work I need to put into making a pour-over. And at $2 a cup, I'd say it's fairly comparable in price to buying specialty beans, while still being a lot cheaper than buying coffee at a cafe. Of course, it's still more expensive than buying K-cups or generic coffees. As for downsides, while I like Cometeer's unique frozen concept, I personally have a lot more cabinet space than I do freezer space, meaning that storing my coffees can be a bit of a pain sometimes. Additionally, on the taste side, my wife says that she gets a freeze-dried flavor from the drinks every so often. Lastly, since Cometeer recommends using just 8 ounces of water, I'm usually making less coffee than I normally would with other methods, which also factors into the price per cup. Still, overall, I'm happy to have added Cometeer to our coffee mix, typically using 4 to 8 capsules per week between the two of us. Thanks to the subscription service's flexibilities, this pace has worked just fine, giving us no reason to stop anytime soon. Hopefully this gives you a better idea about what Cometeer coffee is all about, but for much more on the service, I'll have a link to my full written review in the description box down below. By the way, while you're there, I'll have a referral link to Cometeer in case you're interested, and I believe you'll get $25 off with that as well. Also, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment, and be sure to subscribe because we have new videos every week. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time here on Money at 30.